anyone else grow up, not with role models, but with people they didn't want to grow up like? Absolutely, my older sister was one of them. I grew up with the good, the bad, and the ugly. There were some good takeaway traits, but there were some that were no good at all. Oddly, even at my age, a few of the undesirables still pop up in the theater of mind. What can you do? Firstly, pat yourself on your back for realizing the people who were prevalent in your life are not people you want to emulate. Second, practice the golden rule. Treat people the way you would want to be treated. Worthy personal traits off the top of my head: wisdom, humility, kindness, courtesy, and respect for others, honesty, integrity, loyalty, compassion, and self-respect, generosity, charitableness, thoughtfulness, consideration, fairness, and the ability to re-examine your opinion. Politeness, drive, reliability, loving, the ability to forgive, the ability to say, "I'm sorry," and ask for forgiveness, and the ability to refrain from holding a grudge. A firm personal commitment to always doing the right thing. These are qualities to strive for. That means they may take conscientious practice as you go along in your life. Most people will have a combination of personal traits, some good, some not so good. Make mental note of the ones you admire, and be aware of not adopting or disposing of the traits you don't admire. Yes, I have role models and people that I do all in my power to not turn into them. Yes, me for sure. Mother was a drug addict. Father a functioning alcoholic. Their marriage was a travesty. The only person I truly love that is a good person through and through is my aunt by marriage. The only person who's not bloodkin to me is the person I love the most in my family. Lol, irony. I don't know how I dealt. I just raised my daughter as much the opposite as my parents raised me. That's the best I can do. And she's turning out to be a gem. So I must be doing something right. Yes. My former friend got radicalized, became a neo-Nazi and made terror threats against the Prime Minister. I wouldn't call him a role model, but I sure as hell learned a lot about what not to do by seeing his mistakes. I eventually cut him out of my life. My advice is to learn from their mistakes. Resist peer pressure and trust your own instincts when it comes to what's right or wrong. Absolutely. I had some really shitty teachers, and all I wanted to do was to not end up like that. I worked on things and told myself, if you do this you won't end up like them. I had no role models. And I'm trying to live for myself to be a role model for someone else. Definitely. I never wanted to be like any of the adults in my life. I knew from an early age that I didn't want to be one of the two kids. Desk jobs, suburbs, doing the same thing every day, people I saw everywhere I looked. But I didn't find someone I wanted to be very similar to until I was, I think, 8 or 9. Pretty much everyone I grew up around instilled on me a spiteful hate to not be anything like any one of them.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. NikkiRPG is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.